there, this is Jen, and thanks so much for joining me today. Today I am participating in a hop, and the theme of the hop is Doodlebug, using Doodlebug Designs products, Christmas themed, and so I am going to be using one of the newest collections from Doodlebug. It's called Let It Snow. This is not sponsored by Doodlebug, by the way. However, the hop is organized by Teresa from Fresh and Renewed with Teresa, and she is also giving away a fabulous prize pack that has all of these items, and so I will have all of the information in the description below. Basically, you just need to comment on each video along the stop. And to catch all of the videos, if you use the hashtag Doodlebug Designs Christmas Hop, which I have below, if you see it in the description, it'll have the hashtag and then that phrase that I just said. If you click on that, it'll take you to all the videos that are participating, and so I will also have a lineup below of everybody that's participating. But I tried to make this video as condensed as possible. These are really simple cards, and so I've done all the cutting off camera, and I'm just going to show you basically how I'm putting them together. This is an adorable pack. I bought the 6x6 pack, and I took out, so there's 24 papers, double-sided, in the paper pad, and I took out 12 of the papers and I left 12 in. So I'm actually going to be making 10 cards and 10 tags, only using half of the paper pad. So this was super fun. I absolutely love doing videos like this, and so I'm going to go ahead and get started. I also did pull, I had 2 of the Doodle Pops from a collection years ago, and I ended up pulling those out and using those on this card as well. And when I pre-cut all of my paper pieces, I just went ahead and took my card base and put those pieces in that card base so that I had the card base ready and everything ready to go. And I tried to use minimal dies, but the dies that I do use are some border dies, and I did pull out a Christmas tree die, like this card has a Christmas tree die, as well as some scallop dies. I think any stash should have your basic shape dies as well as some scallop dies if those are things that you like, because they really can make a card pop. And when I'm doing multiple card videos like this, I always search on Pinterest for different templates or different card designs to give me somewhat of an idea, or some ideas of how to create the cards that I'm doing. And so I did that for this video. I sketched out probably about 12 different card designs, and funny enough, I didn't follow them. I started one and I hated it, and I think I was just pulling from ideas of what I was looking at to get ready for this video. And so I think that there's just like different pictures in my head, and that's kind of how I put these cards together. And so as far as the pattern paper and trying to decide what kind of pattern paper to put with what pattern paper, most times on the 6x6 pads, they have coordinating patterns on the front and the back. So if you have a single piece of 6x6 paper and there's patterns on both sides, usually those will coordinate with each other. But basically, I mean, all of this paper coordinates really, really well together. There is one paper that I just didn't like in this paper pad, and it's the one that's got a lot of pink in it and some different kind of little florals, and I just didn't really like it, and so I didn't use that at all. But this paper pad has a lot of different little cutouts and tags and things like that that made this super easy. And I don't know if I mentioned, but I did buy the 12x12 sticker sheet as well, which is where this Let It Snow sticker came from, and I used that as well during this video. And these will be my last Christmas cards. I was just looking at the calendar, and I can't believe that school gets out next week for the holidays, and then it'll be Christmas, and then it'll be over with. It goes by so quickly, and I don't know that I'm ready. I'm starting to mail out my cards. So some of you might get these cards in the mail if you are a part of any of the card exchanges I'm in. You might see this in your mailbox, one of these. I wanted to mention that the embellishment that I'm using on that snowman, and I use it on several cards in this video, is a product from Creative Expressions, and it's called Twinkles, and they're basically like stickles. And I really, really love this Twinkles of the Sparkle Star I don't think it's available from scrapbook.com, but if I can find it, I will put it. And I will be putting the dies that I use as well if I can find those. And again, I use I believe it's a Sizzix tree die from my stash to make several of these. And you'll see that when I make the tags, I use the negative spaces for these trees to add to the tags. And I am going to be using, to create the tags, I am only going to be using the leftovers from these 12 pieces of paper. And there's actually a lot to make some really quick and easy tags. There's nothing fancy, but the tags that I am making during this video are going to be used for my son's presents, and they're not really going to care what the tags look like. I think they turned out really super cute, but they're gonna just rip it off, and hopefully my feelings aren't crushed. But and again, this is a giveaway hop, and so if you are interested in participating and being entered into the giveaway, you just need to leave a comment on the videos in the stop. And I'm not going to be listed in the hop order on the other videos because I did not have my link in time. But if you want to reach all of the videos that are participating, again, you can just click on the hashtag that is listed below in the description, and it's Doodlebug Designs Christmas Hop. And everybody participating will have, or will pop up kind of like a search feature. And I'll have all of the information below, but the deadline to enter the giveaway is December 18th. And then the winner will be chosen on December 20th over on Teresa's channel. So I will leave a link to her channel below as well, so you can follow up and watch that giveaway announcement to see if perhaps you have won the prize. So for my last card, the paper pack has all these little tags, and so I went ahead and I picked a few of them out and cut them apart, and then used a hole punch to cut out the little hole. And I'm just going to add them to the front of a card with a little bit of twine. So I'm just going to take the twine and thread it through each of those tags, and I will knot it on each end. But to keep these in place, instead of like making a little knot on each, they're going to be adhered with adhesive to the tag. But to give it a little bit of a ground, I guess, for the tags, I just took a few of the extra pieces of pattern paper and went ahead, and those tags will be kind of hanging off of that. And then I just put the tags on the card where I want it, and I'm just going to lift up each tag, add a little bit of adhesive, and that's how those are going to stay adhered to the card. I grabbed the Merry and Bright sticker from that 12 by 12 sheet, added a little bow, and again, I just knotted off the ends for each of those that are in the tag and added a few of those little enamel dots. And then these are all of the little scraps that are done. And again, this is only half of the paper pad. I used 12 sheets out of a 24 pack paper pad, and so this is all my little scraps. And so basically what I did was I took some white paper, some craft colored paper or brown paper, and red paper, and I cut most of them in 2-inch strips. And then I'm just taking my scissors and hand cutting the little corners, and they don't all look so great. So some of them are a little wonky, but I went ahead and went with it. I think it's fine. And then I'm just going to go ahead and grab my little pieces. Some of them are just little pieces of paper, and some of them are the negative spaces from the trees that I used on some of the cards. But this is so super easy, and as I mentioned, this paper pack has a lot of little cute little characters and things like that to add to the cards, and so it wasn't super difficult to create these tags. And in fact, I still have a bunch of these little scraps left over, and so I probably will make a few more tags, and anything I don't keep I will more than likely throw away, because I don't keep scraps unless they're white or black, because I find I just don't use them, and the space that it takes up, it just makes me a little anxious, and so I just don't keep them if they're tiny little scraps like this. So this is what's left after my cards and my tags, and so as you can see, it's quite a bit still, little strips of paper that can be used for lots more tags. And this is what I have left over. I have the other half of that paper pad, so I have 12 sheets of 6 by 6 paper, and these are what's left of those little enamel pieces. And so I luckily in my stash found a to from stamp, and so I just went ahead and I stamped all of the tags with the to from. And so I'm just going to go through really quickly all of the tags that I created. I added a little bit of twine or ribbon to each of the tags, and then there's one tag in there that I just added a little bit of double-sided adhesive to. Isn't that cute with those little enamel pieces? So this is a piece I just added a double-sided strip of adhesive, and so that's going to just go flat onto the present. And so again, it's just really easy, quick to put together with these leftover pieces of pattern paper. This one is my favorite. So this is the negative space from this card right here. It's just the other side of the paper. And so I just adhered that and added a little strip on the top, and then used some enamel dots on the trees to make it look like ornaments or lights. And then there's this cute little penguin tag, and that will finish off 10 cards, 10 tags using a half a 6x6 paper pad. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did like it or find it informative, please go ahead and give a thumbs up. Don't forget to check out everybody else in the hop. There's sure to be lots of super fun ideas using some Doodlebug products. Thanks again for joining me, and I hope to see you next time.